welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It's Jake Elliott, ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from the link. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jaden Daniels out of LSU.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jaden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet, and he's going to make some highlight reel plays. But he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today, but he has a chance to have success for a long time in this league. You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Throwing on second down, Daniel. He takes off. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up third down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
What can they do here on third down and 7? Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 18 yards on the connection. Good for a Commander's first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And Daniels will have the first down as he's able to slide and avoid the contact.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Man in motion is Brown. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll be forced outright.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Commanders' first down.
What was that? Are you kidding me? Seriously? Is that even a play?
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
You can see the confidence that this play caller has on his opening script. This is a textbook drive here to start the game. Nice job there by the back with a big gain. Sets up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Eckler. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
Blankenship on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the Eagles' 2-yard line.
Now here's 2nd and goal. Eckler goes over the top and into the end zone.
Touchdown, Washington.
A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, Eagles 0.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So, here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
So, Mike, you find yourself in some of these inclement weather games, whether it's rain or snow. Really, the challenge falls on the defensive side. They're usually more in a reactionary position where they got to change directions and they got to react to the plays and the movement of the offense. So what you want to do in these bad games is keep the ball underneath, tackle well in space, and say, okay, offense, Snap that slippery ball one more time. Throw it one more time. Just make them go the long way. Don't get them off the hook by giving them a one-play score.
Eagles, first down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, here's Hurts. That's right side. He's got count to Terrell. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Now he'll air one out. That's caught! What a connection! He's down inside the 5-yard line. Big-time play for Philly. A gain of 57 yards.
Eagles. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Barkley, and he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And they'll get about 4 out of this one. Run after the catch. Hard to come by down here. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Dillon. Touchdown.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, here's Luke McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense ready now for their second drive. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. to begin the drive with Eckler. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can tell you firsthand as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack, hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They run it once more with Eckler. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he is out of bounds at the 45. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. You saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 9. Again, it's Eckler. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter. 3rd and 7 as we are ready to get back underway. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. 11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, Washington.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
We'll give it to Eckler on the option, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. Short one there, he's got Ertz. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They'll go. Here's Daniel. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked, and they will turn it over on down.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on 4th down.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
Frankie Luvu on the stop. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Eagles.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. On play action, Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
A gain of 30.
What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
He runs with it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want, but now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier, because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time.
It's now
It's second down.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Zach Ertz. Touchdown, Commanders. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Commanders will move out to a 14-7 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Hurts to the air on first down. Pass caught by Saquon. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run. It's Barkley. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Hurts now on 3rd and 2. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
A first down throw for Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll step up and run this. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
He's taken down just shy of the 10.
It's a gain of 18.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
First and 10 at
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
The 12-yard line.
Look like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
To throw on second down is Hurts. He'll step up and run. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
On third down, it's Hurts. He'll try to run for it, and he'll take this one in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Eagles will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Samuel, going to see what he can do. The Commanders' offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll begin with first and 10. Here's Daniels. And he let him a bit too much. That pass is incomplete. He was looking for Austin Eckler out of the backfield. And that will lead to a second down.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Give him 11 on the scramble. Give them a new set down. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Lane. He's got it. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
A gain of 30.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Hey, Scott, thank you. Rain only intensifying now as the teams have come back out. This figures to be a wet and wild second half to come. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. He'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Scrimmage, that's about all.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurt. Call it a gain of 13. Good for an Eagles first down.
13 yards on the play. Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
A short throw taken in by Goddard. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Here comes 3rd and 6. To the air again, Hurts. And that is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
Results.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A fair catch called for and made, but hold everything. There is a flag backed by the kicker. It may very well give him new life.
Automatic first down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Hurts now. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to tuck it and go.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for another Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a 1st down.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll run the counter with Barkley. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Third and short, and Hurts will throw. And he's in! Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
I That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Here's Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Hey, Scott, thank you. Rain only intensifying now as the teams have come back out. This figures to be a wet, wild second half to come. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. Bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one, and it'll bring up second down. Daniels going to keep it on the zone read. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Commanders first down.
First down, Commanders.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On second down, it's Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. That is caught. And he will score. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now Gay for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Commanders will even the score. It's now 21-all. Scott thanks the rain. Might not be as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down as we get set for this second half. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Both these offenses have been in form. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. Here's a handoff to Barkley. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That'll be caught left side.
This zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders' offense heading out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Moving to his left. Now he'll run. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
They run this straight ahead with Eckler. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. There's Ertz. He's got it. Breaks up. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Washington.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd down at the 11-yard line.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
The motion man here is McClure. On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. The ball comes out. That'll be picked up by the Eagles.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Eagles offense headed back to take over once more. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. A run with Barkley. Very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
From the 33, here's second and 7. Throwing is Hurts. Forced out to his right. He keeps it himself. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up third down.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Third down. Here's Hurts out of the gun. That one caught by Smith. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of...
And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up second down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Second and 11. Here's Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll run the sneak, and he's going to have an Eagles first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Lattimore on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Commanders' 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That one complete to Brown. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The truth is, Mike, they just aren't getting the push they need up front. This defense has been a motivated group these last couple plays, and now for the 2nd straight time, they failed to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
A gain of 7.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this 4th quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. Samuel, going to see what he can do. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Daniels now on 1st down. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards on the gain. That's good for a quick 1st down. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. A throat behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Right side, catch made by McLaurin. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And in motion is Brown. Throwing again, Daniel. Now quick throw, taken in by Brown. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's Eckler. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
On target. Got it to McLaurin. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
And after that completion, they don't have enough to move the chain, so it's all going to come down to this. If they want any opportunity to go down and kick themselves a field goal, they've got to convert here on this 4th down. They need their best play.
So the Eagles will use their 1st timeout here as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this 4th quarter. So out comes Matt Gay in a big spot. This to potentially send us to overtime. This one is on target, and it is good. They have tied things up here in the final minute.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late 4th as the kickoff comes. Here is Shipley on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run with Barkley. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. It is 2nd and a yard. That's Goddard in motion. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. That's caught left side by Goddard. And he's out of bounds with the first down. So they get a new set of downs, but just as importantly, stop the clock.
Well, we give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Hurts to the air on first down. They'll go right back to Goddard. He's got it again. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case,
carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the Commanders come up with the takeaway.
just a critical error here, Mike, at this stage in the game. You understand this defense, they are desperate for a stop. They've got to get you off the field, and one of the easiest ways to do it, create a takeaway. You have to secure the ball. Of course, points are great, but none of it matters if you turn the ball over, and these are the kind of mistakes that decide ball games late.
Here we go. One final play. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This one taken at the 7. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. The Eagles offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. He'll take this himself. And he'll give himself up here. But that's a gain of 5 on first down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
One of the tight ends motions right. Hurts. Going to keep it on the option. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
18. That's good for an Eagles. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
Running from the pistol with Barkley. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
35-yard line.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
I think a little bit of what's happened here, Mike, is this offense is having some trouble matching the level of physicality of the defense. So physically, they're getting beat at the point of attack, and I think these last two plays are a great example why.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And that is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. And he's going to be stopped well short of the marker. That one never had a chance. They turn it over on down. The drive starts with a carry by Eckler. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
At the 44-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Again, it's Eckler. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Here's first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught by Eckler. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and a yard. We'll give it to Eckler on the option. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
Brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 6. And the Commanders' first down.
And the key to this balanced attack, like the one we're seeing here, Mike, is that everything looks the same. The defense is constantly on their heels as they try to diagnose what play's coming next. That level of unpredictability gives them the edge on any given down.
They'll go back to Eckler here on first down. Still fighting for yards, and he lost the football. And the defense has it. A critical mistake by the offense here in the overtime.
You have to appreciate the effort of the ball carrier. I mean, how many tackles did it seem like he broke on that run? But so often we see it, Mike, time and time again. The more these guys fight for extra yards, they're fighting and clawing for every inch. That ball just gets a little lower and a little looser. And the way these guys are taught now on defense, if you don't have great ball security, they are going to attack it. And in this case, they're able to pop it loose and come up with a big takeaway.
On first down, it's Hurts. He's got his tight end, Goddard, working the middle of the field. Inside the 20. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 83 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
So it's a win here for the Eagles. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.